Tigers.
So we get set for the starting lineups.
New Lisbon Rockets. Hillsboro High School and the Lisbon High School and WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege. The expectation is to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and in respect for all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. And now, would all those who are able please stand, remove your caps, as Lynx 24 cameraman Tom Lowe leads us in the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So there's the national anthem as we get set for
starting lineups. First for the visiting Tigers, number 88, senior Kason Bloor. Number 77, senior Jack Heenick. Number 76, senior Thomas Heenick. Number 57, senior Hayden Stolke. Number 54, senior Mason Mesberg. Number 52, senior Devin Green. Number 37, senior Ty Rapel. Number 22, junior Nye Schultz. Number 21, sophomore Isaiah Stokes. Number 11, junior Josiah Tyne. And number 10, junior Billy Steckel. Tigers are coached by Eric All, assisted by Brad Nugent, Ed Levy, Joe Tyne, Bobby Anderson, and Zach Dre. Now the starting lineup for the Rockets. Number 80, junior Carson Frisky. Number 74, senior Tyler Schneider. Number 73, sophomore Dominic Corney. Number 72, senior Ian Corney. Number 71, junior Sam Duckworth. Number 50, senior Mason Baldwin. Number 32, junior Lucas Versamak. Number 22, sophomore Dylan O'Brien. Number 10, junior Nikita Schenkel. Number 4, junior Chris Hart. And number 1, junior Ashton Pfaff. Rockets are coached by Brad Beaver, assisted by Travis Simmons, Jim Stanek, Jared Ulrich, and Aaron Vigalki.
So the officials are set, the field is set, and the teams are set as we start action in the first quarter. Billy Steckel will be kicking off for Hillsboro.
Jay Cox, Tyson O'Brien, and Nikita Shanky.
Steckel short kickoff.
Steckel's short kickoff is taken. Recovered by Bray Morey. Rockets take over first and 10 for 43 yards.
Covered at the 43-yard line by Brian Morey of the Rockets. Rockets will set up first and 10 on their own 43.
Chris Hart on first down is taken down by Hayden Stalkey.
Hayden Stalkey with the stop.
Second 11 for 42.
For a loss. First tackle of the year is a tackle for a loss. Going to set up second and 11 for the Rockets on their own 42. Quarterback's going to option it out to the outside. Number 10, the ball carrier, Nikita Shanky.
Nye Schultz on the tackle.
Eli Stokes on the tackle.
Gain of 6 will bring up 3rd and 5 from the
6-yard gain.
for the Rockets.
Be 3rd and 5 for the Rockets at their own 48-yard line.
Looks okay just to make the play.
Option to a fumble. Nikita Shanky, the ball carrier, fumbled. It appears to be covered by New Lisbon. It's going to set up a 4th and long 4. 4th and 4 yards. Ball at the 49-yard line of New Lisbon. Ashton Pfaff under center for the Rockets. Pfaff is going to pass. He's going to fake it. He's going to run upfield. And he's met by Billy Steckel at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a turnover on downs. No gain on the play. Turnover on downs. And Hillsboro will take over at midfield. 1st and 10 Tigers, as they will set up their offense for the first time tonight.
Defensive series. Let's get Ashton in there. Let's get Denver in there. Give Tom and Jack a little. All right. Fun times. Let's get in there, D-line. Looks like you're getting a 43.
Josiah Tyne under center. He's going to hand off to Isaiah Stokes. Stokes is going to plow forward for a gain of about 4 yards.
3 yards in the play. Marcus Forsyth on the tackle. Bring up second.
Official measurement is 3-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. Isaiah Tyne at quarterback. Nye Schultz, Isaiah Stokes, and Billy Steckel, the running backs. Split out the near side. Appears to be Greg Hora at the wide receiver position. Going to be Josiah tying keeps the ball for a 4-yard loss. Going to set up a 3rd and 11 for Hillsboro.
Loss of about 4 will bring up 3rd and 11 from the 48-yard line.
Hillsboro sets their offense, 3rd and 11 on their own 48-yard line. Ball carrier is Isaiah Stokes, and he's going to go for no gain. Going to bring up 4th and 11 for the Tigers. It appears Tigers are in punt formation. Ty Rafel back to punt for the Tigers. Back deep for the Rockets, Nikita Shanky. Shanky will field the ball. And this tackle, a great return by Shanky. And finally tackled by number 22, Nye Schultz. After he turns it all the way back to the
Rockets take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The 48-yard line. So New Lisbon picks up where they left off after a great punt return. I've got a couple coaches in the booth with me. Maybe we'll get their opinions at halftime. My opinion is it's tackling practice. We saw a guy hit and did not wrap up, and the guy bounced off and gained about 15 yards after the first hit. Shanky goes around the left side. One man to beat. Ty Rafel is going to strangle him out of bounds. No flag on the play after a large gain. Ty Rafel on the tackle. About a 26-yard gain down to the 26-yard line of Hillsboro. Be 1st and 10, Rockets. Hand off to Shanky, goes off right tackle.
Schenkel on the carry, Nye Schultz on the tackle.
Brought down by Nye Schultz.
Gain of about 6 will bring up 2nd and 4.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4 Rockets on the Hillsboro 20-yard line. Fast handoff to Shanky. Shanky plows ahead for 5 yards. Appears to be enough for a 1st down, and it is.
On the tackle.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Hillsboro 15-yard line.
Rockets at the 15-yard line.
New Lisbon knocking at the door to score first. 6:34 left in the first quarter. Half under center for the Rockets. He'll hand off to Chris Hart. Hart goes ahead
Chris Hart drives ahead for about 3 or 4 yards.
It appears a 4-yard gain. Sets up 2nd and 6 for the Rockets at the Tiger 11-yard line.
Gain of just about 5 will bring up 2nd and 5 for the Rockets at the 10-yard line.
A generous spot for New Lisbon. They gained 5 yards. Official timeout, as it appears a player's got some bloody knuckles. So he'll come out of the game. Be an official timeout. A reset the play clock. Second and 5, New Lisbon, knocking on the door for the Tigers. A handoff to Schenke. He's hitting the backfield, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a quarter of a yard gain. Going to set up 3rd and 5 at the Hillsboro 10-yard line.
5:15 left in the first quarter. No score yet.
So 3rd and 4, New Lisbon in 4-down territory. And they'll hand off to Schenke, and another missed tackle. And I believe he's a little bit short.
Close the first down yard. Looks like he's just short.
It's going to bring up 4th and about a half a yard for New Lisbon.
4th and 1 from just outside the 5-yard line for the Rockets.
If we're going to call it 4th and 1, we'll say they're at the 6-yard line. They're just inches from first down here. Pfaff's going to plow ahead, get the first down, and move the pile himself. Going to set up 1st and goal at the 3-yard line of the Tigers.
A 1st and goal at the 3-yard line for the Rockets, tackled by the interior of the Tigers line. Ashton Beckwith in on the tackle.
Pfaff's going to hang off to Schenke. Schenke's missed tackle in the backfield, another missed tackle. 3 missed tackles and a touchdown for New Lisbon. Schenke will score first, and New Lisbon's going to go up 6-0 with 3:48 left to go in the first quarter. And we got our first penalty on the play. A false start by New Lisbon. They had 2 people in motion at the same time. So it's going to set the ball back 5 yards. We'll try a 2-point conversion from the 8-yard line. So big play for Hillsboro here to make a stop. The Rockets will bring their offense. Going for the extra point conversion here. Pfaff to pass. He's going to throw it over the middle. And it's going to be incomplete. So the Tigers will hold on the 2-point conversion. New Lisbon will take a 6-0 lead.
6-0. Lucas Versimak was the intended
And
receiver.
it appears there's scoreboard trouble because time has not run out. There's about 3 minutes and some odd seconds left. So we're still in the first quarter. We'll have to reset the game clock. And they have reset the time to 3:48, so Hillsboro will receive the kickoff. 3:48 left to go in the first quarter. Back deep to receive for Hillsboro. Be 21.
Lucas Versumac to kick off. Isaiah Stokes and
Isaiah
Nye Schultz
Stokes.
deep for the Tigers.
And 22, Nye Schultz for the Tigers. Watching them warm up beforehand, and the Tigers better have a hands team up front because these guys don't kick the ball off any better than Hillsboro did. And you get a squib kick. It's going to go. Does it go out of bounds? I believe it did, but I never saw a flag go. There's a flag at the feet of the official. So Hillsboro's got options to take the ball. I don't know if it's a 35 or 40 or have them re-kick. So I believe they're going to do it over. Hillsboro elected to have New Lisbon re-kick the ball as Hillsboro feels they can maybe get better field position. Again, watching New Lisbon warm up before the game, they were struggling kicking. So they call illegal procedure on the kicker for kicking it out of bounds. And he'll tee it up. Get set to kick again. Lucas Versumac, the kicker for the Rockets. This kick, line drive. Schultz will field it on the fly. It was a good choice for the re-kick as he's hit and hit hard. He hangs onto the ball.
Schultz on the return. Jake Cox on the tackle.
He returns it to the 40-yard line and sets up great field position for the Tigers to start out their second possession.
41-yard line.
The Tigers will set up offensive shot 1st and 10 on their own 40. So a wise decision, instead of accepting the penalty, make them re-kick the ball. And Hillsboro will take over at their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10 Tigers. So Josiah Tyne under center. Steckel, Stokes, and Schultz in the backfield. Correction. Pitch out to
Sawyer
Postel on the carry.
5-yard line will bring up 2nd and 5.
5-yard gain.
46-yard line.
2nd and 5. So Postel with one of the better carries so far of the night for Hillsboro. Hillsboro comes 2nd and 5. Steckel, Postel, and Stokes in the backfield. And is there a flag? Looked like a lot of movement, but I don't see any flags yet. No flag on the play. It appeared to be a lot of movement, but there's no flag. Couple yard gain on the play. 3rd and 3 on Hillsboro's 48-yard line. And Postel's met right at the line of scrimmage.
Postel in the carry, brought down by Marcus Forsyth. Short loss in the play will bring up 4th and 4 from the 47.
They're going to call it a 1-yard loss on the play. 4th and 4, Hillsboro, and Ty Rafel back to punt for Hillsboro. New Lisbon sends their men back. They send 2 guys back. And Rafel gets to kick away. A floater to and is fumbled by Schenko. Schenke fumbled it, and he's met by
Shankle recovery
number
for
14, Noah Hardy.
Tackled by Noah Hardy on the play.
So
Rockets take over, 1st and 10.
good coverage by Hillsboro after the kick is fumbled. 1:34 left to play in the first quarter. New Lisbon will take over 1st and 10 on their own 24-yard line.
Lynx 24 with cameraman slash national anthem singer Tom Lau. Will be broadcast later in the week on Lynx Channel 24 in high def. Schenkel cuts it back for about 6-yard gain. Isaiah Stokes on the tackle for the Tigers. Game 6 will bring up 2nd and 4 from the...
So 6-yard gain by Schenkel. 2nd and 4 for New Lisbon. Ball on about the 26-yard line. It says ball on the 31, excuse me. 35 gain for a first down. Final minute of play for in the first quarter. Pfaff under center for the Rockets. He hands it off and up the middle. It's going to be a first down. After a 8-yard gain.
Hard out to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Rockets.
New Lisbon will set up 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line. Handed off. New Lisbon again off tackle up the middle. They get to the 40-yard line for a gain of 3 yards. Be 2nd and 7. Tackled by Billy Steckel and Ben Koopman. And that'll probably be the last play of the quarter. My camera lady, Jill Steckel, sleeping on the job. Where's my advertisements? And so the players take the field as they switch directions. New Lisbon will now be going from your right on your screen to the left. Hillsboro will be going from the left to the right. The ball is placed at the 40-yard line. Be 2nd and 7. New Lisbon as we start the second quarter. Both teams at their season debut tonight. Both teams had a scrimmage last weekend. Neither team showing much, but it was nice to get out and hit somebody besides your teammates. As action gets underway. Pfaff under center for the Rockets. He'll hand off to 32. Lucas Bersamak.
Very short game to play.
He is hit near the line of scrimmage. Very, very short game. It still remain 3rd and 7 now.
3rd and 7 from the 40-yard line.
Just short of the 41-yard line. So a big 3rd down play for Hillsboro. And Pfaff is going to pass it. He rolls back into traffic and ball throws errant. Pressure applied by Kason Blower.
Isaiah Stokes
applying pressure around the end.
Coverage for the Tigers. It will bring up 4th and 7 for the Rockets.
So it's going to bring up 4th down for the Rockets. 4th and 7.
Nikita Schenkel.
And they aren't going to punt. They're showing no mercy here. 4th and 7. No respect to the Tigers at all. Now they have a guy back.
Deep for the Tigers.
Now they have a guy back. Punt fumbled. They did not run into the kicker. They run into each other, and they're going to let it go. It might be off a Hillsboro leg. How are they going to rule this? The ball appeared to go off of Greg Hora's leg. Officials are discussing it. On something like that, the player should just get out of the way. There's no sense to even be there. I think they're discussing if he was blocked into it, and they're going to give the ball to New Lisbon. It'll count as a fumble on Greg Hora.
Before the Rockets touch it, recovered by the Rockets, will lead to 1st and 10 at the 33-yard
So a big mistake by Hillsboro. And Rockets will retain possession, 1st and 10 on the Tiger 33-yard line. Just when things start going right, they shoot themselves in the foot. A pitch out to Schenko, and he's caught in the backfield.
Schenko tries to cut it back up. Tackled by Isaiah Stokes.
Isaiah Stokes on the tackle for a 1-yard loss.
From the 35-yard line.
Going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Rockets. A long 11. We'll call it 12. 2nd and 12. Fast hands off to Schenko, and he dances around. Slowed down in the backfield by Stokes and tackled by... Might have been tackled by Coltman. Ben Coltman finishes the tackle. About a 5-yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Another big 3rd down for the Tigers.
We need to get him a break because he's not crashing. He's not closing that gap.
So big defensive play.
Check 4!
Pass to the outside to Schenko. And he hits the first defender and drives him back. Comes up just a bit short. He's like a foot short of a first down.
Fourth and about 1.
The official's going to spot him a strong yard short of the first down. It brings up 4th and 1, a long one, on the Tiger 24. And I believe we're going to have New Lisbon timeout here. Well, New Lisbon's going to take a timeout. They tried to run. So the teams come back out on the field after the New Lisbon timeout. It's 4th and 1. Rockets on the Tiger 24-yard line. The 1-yard line's a bit deceiving. It's a long 1 yard to go. New Lisbon set up to try it here, figuring they've got Hillsboro pinned back. Either way, kind of a nothing to lose play here by New Lisbon. They'll hand it off to Schenko, and he leans. I don't know if he got it. He was met at the line of scrimmage. Depending on the spot, very close, very close. Waiting for the official spot. And they're going to do a measurement as they'll bring the chains out on the field. I know he didn't have it after first contact, but how far did he push the pile forward? New Lisbon's cheering. I haven't seen. Yeah, now I see the official call. New Lisbon first down.
1st and 10 indicated for the Rockets. 22-yard line of the Tigers.
So it's 1st and 10. The Rockets will set up shop on the 22-yard line. Very generous spot. It appears to me it's closer to the 23-yard line. Schenko, very patient runner, as he doesn't just plow forward, he's picking his holes on the way through. He'll gain 5 yards on the carry. 2nd and 5 on the Tigers' 17-yard line.
They're running off tackle on us because our end is not crashing down. We've got a big hole.
Another hard run.
Schenkel taken down to the 15-yard line by Billy Stuckley. 3rd and about 2 or 3 from the 15-yard line.
So we'll call it 3rd and 2 from the Tiger 15-yard line.
spectator. First down yardage brought down by Rayfield and
And he's
Schultz.
going too deep.
So Chris Hart run gains a first down. Be first and goal
Just inside the 10-yard
for New Lisbon from Hillsboro's 10-yard line. Hillsboro needs 4 big stops right now. Have a handoff to Hart. Schultz grabs him into backfield.
Part of the carry, Devin Green on the tackle for the Tigers.
Devin Green, rather. 52, Devin Green. Make a
still just right about the 10-yard line.
Keeps him at the line of scrimmage. So that's the first big stop Hillsboro needed. They need 3 more. It's 2nd and 10, New Lisbon on Hillsboro's 10-yard line. Schenko met at the line of scrimmage and maybe a 1-yard gain.
Schenko on the carry, Devin Green with the first hit.
So that's the next big stop. So Hillsboro down to 2 big stops left. It'd be 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line of the Tigers. So Hillsboro needs 2 more big stops to take the ball away from the Rockets. Hillsboro stacking the box. One-on-one coverage on the wide receiver. And they get Hart in the backfield, actually, maybe for a loss.
Lucas first and left on the count into the end zone from 8 or 9 yards out with 5:32 left in the second quarter. The Rockets go out to a 12-0 lead.
It was a touchdown. I didn't see him make it in.
Wing count.
So New Lisbon will take a 12-0 lead. I can tell you right now, New Lisbon has no kicking game, so they're going for 2. It could be a quarterback keeper around the end. Pfaff with the ball. Stokes is going to make the tackle, and the 2-point conversion fails. The bright spot for Hillsboro is they've kept 4 points off the board. So 5:32 left to play in the first half. New Lisbon 12, Hillsboro 0. We'll take a short break while some teams get some water. Elias Schultz and Isaiah Stokes deep to return the kick. Versamak set to kick for the Rockets. Persimak's kick fielded by Stokes. Stokes will bring it up the field. Stokes to the far left side. Towing the line, and he's out to about the 48-yard line. So good return by Stokes. Tigers will set up shop. 1st and 10 from their own 48.
Tackled by Austin Hare on the play.
5:22 left in the first half for Hillsboro to get on the board, cut into this
Tigers
lead.
take over 1st and 10 for their own 48-yard line.
Case and Blower in the backfield now for the Tigers. It appears to be Steckel, Stokes, Blower in the backfield. Noah Hardy in an end. Josiah Tyne at quarterback for the Tigers. Tyne's going to hand it off to Blower, and he's going to plow forward for maybe a yard. It's going to be 2nd and a long 8, just short of the 50-yard line.
Steckel on the carry for about 2-yard gain, brought down by the interior of the Rocket line.
To be fair to Blower, when you put a brand new guy in the backfield and give him the ball on the first carry, it's like everybody's keen on him. Blower now moves out to the tight end position. The handoff, I believe, to Billy Steckel plows up the field for 10 yards.
Steckel on the carry for 1st down yard.
Be a 1st down for Hillsboro, one of the few they've gotten tonight, maybe the first one they've gotten tonight. So Hillsboro earns their first down of the night. 10-yard carry by Steckel. 1st and 10 on the Rocket 40-yard line. 4.5 left to play for Hillsboro to punch this thing in the end zone. Hillsboro with a fistful of timeouts yet. Tyne under center for the Tigers. Tyne back to pass. He launches it downfield and out of bounds. Tyne was hit as he was thrown, and the throw went out of bounds, so it was not intercepted. It brings up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers from the Rocket 40-yard line. First time tonight Hillsboro's been in Rocket territory.
Dylan O'Brien on the coverage for the Rockets, bring up 2nd and 10.
Just under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Pitch out to Stokes. Stokes goes to the left end, going to maybe end up losing a yard.
Stokes on the pitch. Loss on the play.
Going to bring up 3rd and a long 11. They're going to call it 3rd and 12.
With the tackle for loss
from the Rocket 42-yard line.
We'll bring up 3rd and 12 for the Tigers from the 42-yard line.
So Hillsboro taking a long time on the field here. So New Lisbon had equipment issues, so the official a timeout. And now I believe after the timeout, the teams return to the field. Hillsboro's offense is set before the New Lisbon defense is. Officials would not let them run the play without a defense on the field. And they're going to call illegal procedure on Hillsboro, which kind of ruins after the play's called dead after they run the play. It kind of ruins what was schemed in the timeout. We'll just keep in mind it is the officials' first game also tonight, and they aren't at the top of their game either. It's going to bring up 3rd and 17 for the Tigers.
Steckel up the middle.
And Steckel on a carry for very little gain, if any.
Chrishard, Garrison, Collins.
Hit at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 17, and Ty Rafe will be in to punt for the Tigers.
4th and 16 from the 46-yard line. Rifle is back in punt formation.
Joseph come in for stealth with a little bit of 10.
Well, Rifle's punt goes maybe 20 yards. It went higher near than it went far.
Holding against the Rockets is the preliminary indication.
So they're going to call offsides on the Rockets, so they'll move Hillsboro 5 yards closer and probably re-kick. They're going to tack it on to the end of the kick. Which is going to take the Rockets all the way down to the 15-yard line.
So it maintains Rockets possession. Rockets take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. With 2:58 left.
So 1st and 10 Rockets on their own 15-yard line. Just under 3 minutes left to play in the first half.
brought one of mine back too, but mine is recognizable and usable.
Pitch out to Schenkel, carrying the ball like a loaf of bread.
Schenkel takes the pitch. Billy Steckel in the tackle, along with Ben Koopman.
Stokes, Hoare, and Koopman on the tackle.
5 yards will bring up 2nd and 5 from the 21.
2nd and 5 from the Rocket 21. 2.5 left to play in the first half. Hand it off again to Schenko. He's going to go across the 25-yard line. I think he's just short of the first down. Going to bring up 3rd and very short. Call it 3rd and 1.
Josiah Tynan in the tackle.
From the 25.
Brings up 3rd and about 1 for the Rockets from the 21.
Big gainer here, right up through the middle. I believe it's Schenko. And no one's going to catch him. He's going to dance all the way as he goes 74 yards to pay dirt right before the half here. A minute and a half left in the game, or the half. New Lisbon's going to take an 18-0 lead, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion. They try to put Hillsboro down by 20.
Check flood! Check flood! Check flood!
Pfaff rolls out, dumps it into the end zone, and it's going to be caught. A 2-point conversion is good.
Pfaff's 2-point conversion is good. Looks to be Dylan O'Brien on the 2-point conversion reception.
Pfaff to O'Brien.
With 1:32 left.
For a 3-yard pass to put New Lisbon up 20-0 with a minute and a half left to play in the first half. So Hillsboro will receive the kick. They've got a minute and a half left to play in the half. A couple of timeouts left. Let's see what they can do. It only took New Lisbon about a minute and a half to score, so plenty of time on the clock if Hillsboro can put something together. Hillsboro with only one offensive first down in the first half. So the offense has struggled and the defense has not done much better.
First to kick off to Stokes.
Isaiah Stokes back deep to receive. Nye Schultz back deep to receive. Versamak, the kicker for the Rockets. And his kick, another line drive. This one to Schultz. Schultz will pick it up and bring it up the field. Schultz trying to pick a hole. He dances his way out over the 30-yard line, maybe to the 33.
Carson Frisky on the tackle.
And Hillsboro set up shop 1st and 10.
Tigers take over 1st and 10.
With a minute 26 left at their own 34-yard line.
Left in the second quarter.
So Hillsboro looking for a couple big plays here at the end of the first half. Try to get on the board. Stokes breaks loose for about a 15-yard
Stokes on the
gain,
counter,
maybe
runs
14
first
yards.
Out to midfield. Marcus Forsyth on the tackle for the Rockets.
He's going to be spotted at the 49-yard line. 15-yard
and
gain for
10,
Stokes. They're going to
Tigers
mark him at the
right at
50, call it
midfield.
16 yards. 1st and 10 Hillsboro. Hillsboro's second first down of the first half. They're going to have a timeout, Hillsboro.
Timeout taken by the Tigers with 1:16 left in the second quarter.
Maybe Lori's the jinx in the offense.
Yeah, stay gone.
Clark Power Sports for all your ATV, UTV trailer needs. See Clark's Power Sports in Hillsboro. Rudy Jensen, Ford, Dodge, Jeep, Ram trucks. Stop and see Rudy Jensen for your next vehicle purchase. Wagons and auction service and real estate. Stop and see Carol if you need an auction or need to list some realty. And Next Home Real Estate. Stop and see our local guy, Randall Seeley, if you need something listed for your real estate. Thank you to Patty Bruja and Suzanne Gandy of the Tiger Fan Club for supporting the Hillsboro Booster Club. So the teams will come back out on the field after the Hillsboro timeout. 1:16 left to play in the first half. New Lisbon leading 20-0. Hillsboro setting up here 1st and 10 at midfield. Tyne under center for the Tigers. Schultz in motion. You're going to hand off up the middle, I believe, to Billy Steckel.
Steckel up the middle for a short gain.
He's going to plow up the middle for 4 yards. Be 2nd and 6 for Hillsboro. Clock running just under a minute now.
Sam Duckworth on that tackle.
Ball.
Gain
at
about
the New
3,
Lisbon
2nd and 7.
46-yard line, 42-yard line, 46-yard line.
Timeout taken by the Rockets.
And New Lisbon's going to take a timeout. New Lisbon with a 20-point lead, not happy to let the clock run out. They're going to try to get this ball back for another play. So the ball is on the 46.5, 47-yard line. Hillsboro 2nd and 7. In New Lisbon territory. So the teams break after the timeout. We're set to go. 2nd and 7. 45 seconds left in the first half. Tyne back to pass. Tyne's going to lob it over the middle into no man's land.
Josiah Tynes pass.
Pass intended for
Stokes is incomplete.
Isaiah Stokes.
Marcus Forsyth on coverage.
41 seconds left to play. It's 3rd and 7. On that play, either Stokes wasn't fast enough or Tyne missed through the ball. You can't say he didn't lead him enough. Had Tyne hit the receiver, it appeared to be a lot of running room in front of him. So we option it out. Tyne with the ball. He's going to pitch it to Schultz. Schultz going to bring it up around the right side and out of bounds. It should stop the clock.
Marcus Forsyth on the tackle, but first down yardage gained by
And so the referee stops the clock after 2 seconds inadvertently ran off. Like I said, it's the referee's first game too, so he won't be too hard on him. But you got to be Johnny on the spot. Now they start the clock again. They run 4 more seconds off the clock. My goodness. The bright side is Hillsboro's 3rd first down of the first half, so we're gaining. Or maybe starting to put it together after the first game jitters. First and 10 Tigers, 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Ball on New Lisbon's 37-yard line.
Man, we know you're winning, okay? Everyone I invite to, I always knew when I came. I was like, we should,
Stokes, Steckel, and Schultz in the backfield. Tyne under center. Stokes in motion for the Tigers. Tyne with the ball. He's going to flip it out to Stokes. Stokes around the left side. Stokes has first down yardage. Running down and out of bounds. Clock finally stopped. So home field advantage on the clock here for the Rockets as they've run off about 6 seconds. So Hillsboro picks up their fourth first down in the first half. Nice run by Stokes. We got first and 10 at the 20 for Hillsboro, knocking on New Lisbon's door. Time an issue right now with 19 seconds left in the first half.
Timeout taken by the Rockets.
So New Lisbon's going to take a timeout, mainly to rest their players to keep Hillsboro out of the end zone. I know the Tigers do not lack in fight. It's just that it always seems like no matter what sport they play, they have to be down by 20 before they turn on the jets and get it going. I don't know what people, coaches in any sport have to do to get these boys to come out and be on fire to play the game, because it always seems like they have to fall way behind before they turn it up. So both teams come out after the Rocket timeout. The Tigers will set up with just under 20 seconds to play. First and 10 at New Lisbon's 20-yard line. Tyne back to pass for the Tigers. He's being chased. He launches the ball just out of the reach of Isaiah Stokes.
Pass and 10 for Isaiah Stokes is incomplete. Jake Cox on the coverage.
Will be just under 13 seconds to play. Second and 10. And I think Hillsboro's got to keep on passing, and if nothing, either hit a receiver or hope for a pass interference to extend the half. The play cannot end on a defensive penalty, so we could play all night with no time on the clock as long as New Lisbon keeps interfering. But first, the referees will have to call it, which they likely won't. Tyne gets wrapped up. He hands it off to Case and Blower, and Case and Blower going to go down. Does Hillsboro have a timeout left? Apparently not. And there's a timeout.
Covered by Hillsboro and ahead for first down yardage.
They got to line up. They got 3 seconds to run the clock. The clock stops on the first down, but it was a very late clock stoppage. That play did not take 10 seconds. And now a penalty.
Flag is thrown.
You want to talk about home field advantage on a clock tonight. There was a good on this drive, a good 15 seconds taken off the clock because of poor, you call it clock operator or what you want to talk. So Hillsboro takes a penalty to stop the clock. And now there's another penalty. And New Lisbon's going to decline it and go to the half with a 20-0 lead. And my own opinion, Hillsboro got hosed on the last play because there should be about 15 seconds left on that clock.
Hillsboro was unable to get the clock stopped before the
For all your auction service and real estate needs, stop in and see Carol Wagonson at Wagonson Auction Service. Next Home Real Estate, Leah Brigham, Randy Seeley, and Garrick Olerud. Randy Seeley, Hillsboro's local realtor. Stop and see Randy for your real estate needs. Patty Bruja and Suzanne Gandy, thank you for supporting the Tiger Fan Club and Hillsboro Boosters. Kawasaki Clark Power Sports in Hillsboro, proud to be a sponsor of the Hillsboro Booster Club. For all your ATV, UTV, and trailer needs, see Clark's Power Sports. And Rudy Jensen, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. And for your next vehicle purchase, stop and see the Rudy Jensen team. So as the teams make the last minute preparations, it's just to be known if we put the traditional 3 minutes back on the clock. I have not figured out why they do that. But as nobody's making their way to the benches and both teams started to loosen up, I feel they will do that. If I sounded disgruntled at the end of the first half, I was. Nobody has played a perfect game tonight, including the referees. And especially I have a big beef with the person keeping the clock. Because Hillsboro driving down on the new Lisbon goal line should have had more time on the clock, and it's a sad thing when you have to take penalties to kill the clock when there should be 15 seconds left on the clock. But if you don't believe me, go back and watch. When players go out of bounds or score first downs, the clock stops. So I will make a plea and an advertisement for the WIAA. When they say they need more officials, they need more officials. The average age of our officiating crew tonight is 72 years old. Now, I've known these guys for a long time because they used to officiate games when I was in high school back in 1981, 82, 83. I can remember a couple of these guys from back then. So you know they are not the quickest, fastest guys on the field, and they aren't making the calls as fast as they should. So we'll just hope that in the second half, that momentum Hillsboro had in the end of the half carries on to the second half. And maybe we can come up with a few scores and take this game yet. If New Lisbon can do it in the first half, there's no reason Hillsboro can't do it in the second half. And there's that traditional 3 minutes on the scoreboard that they always put on. We've got Coach Bobby Anderson in the booth with us, and I'm going to ask him. I'm sure he doesn't want to be live on YouTube TV, but I'm going to ask him the question right now. Bobby, why do they put that traditional 3 minutes back on the clock at the end of the half?
Just for the heat on.
So a simple explanation just for extra time. Why they just don't make halftime 3 minutes longer, I don't know. But
That's a great question.
So
I'm liking the box even more.
Yeah, you get outside. It's cooler, but it's buggier.
Yeah, I'll take the humidity right now.
So we're less than 2 minutes to the second half kickoff.
Yeah, I have that turned off.
Both teams making last minute preparations with what appears to be an almost full moon that our great technical person, Jill Steckel, had centered between the goalposts earlier. That's an omen for Hillsboro. Going to score lots of touchdowns here in the second half. Trainee Kelly Ravenscroft in the booth with us tonight. So if you don't like the camera work, blame Kelly Ravenscroft. After all, she's learning, and it's her debut just like everybody else tonight.
That's why I thought I'm gonna go in on Monday. I'm sure of that. I will.
So with 20 seconds left to go in halftime, both teams have made their way to the benches. Hillsboro huddling up their team they're putting on the field first, make their last minute preparations. Hillsboro will be receiving the second half kick. New Lisbon sending their kicking team out. And as a scoreboard operator resets the game clock to 12 minutes, I ask Jill Steckel, what time is it?
It's game time.
It's game time. So we'll start the third quarter.
Lucas versus
Got new blood back deep for the Tigers.
Copeland and Schultz back deep for the Tigers.
Yeah, we're at 10.
They said Copeman and Stokes. If it's Stokes, Stokes took the pink off. The pink must be bad luck. I don't think it's Stokes. That looks like 21s. Maybe Stokes is trying to hide. The kick goes between Copeman's leg, rolls all the way back to the 5-yard line. Now Copeman will bring it up the right side. He's tackled near the 15. So another fumble on Hillsboro's count.
Jay Cox on the tackle.
Hillsboro will take over here in the start of the third quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Make it 18-yard line. Hillsboro with their offense set. Tyne's going to hand off to Billy Steckel up the middle, and no, Tyne kept it. Didn't tackle in the backfield.
Tyne on the keeper.
We didn't get it.
So Tyne carries for a 1-yard loss. It'll be 1st and 11 from the Hillsboro 17-yard line.
Caden got beat badly.
Here we go around the end. Going to be near first down yardage.
Cox on the tackle. Looks to be a first down on the play. First and 10 Tigers, right about just short of the 20-yard line, or 30-yard line.
Tyne makes up for his first 1 yard loss by carrying it for 11 yards. Gets it out the 29-yard line of Hillsboro. First and 10, early going in the third quarter. Tyne again on a carry for about a 4-yard gain.
Steckel and the keeper.
So Tyne with the carry.
Dylan O'Brien on the tackle.
About a 4-yard gain.
Gain of about 4 will bring up 2nd and 6, maybe 2nd and 7.
Be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 7 from 33.
From the 33-yard line of the Tigers. Now kind of confusion. We got more confusion on the field. So shout out to the New Lisbon Booster Club. Buy your kids some equipment. About the third equipment malfunction we had on New Lisbon's side.
Josiah Tyne of the keeper.
Well, Josiah Tyne, quarterback keeper up the middle. About a gain of 3 yards. Going to set up 3rd and 3 for the Tigers.
3rd and 3 from the 37-yard line.
The 38-yard line of Hillsboro. 3rd and 3. Big third down play here for the Tigers. Tyne's going to option it out.
Steckel on the carry with first down yardage.
Steckel with a carry. Going to be a first down for the Tigers. Going to be a gain of 10 yards. Takes them out to the, actually a gain of 14 yards. Takes it out to the 48-yard line of New Lisbon.
First and 10 inside Rocket
So
territory at the 48.
Tigers in the New Lisbon territory for about the second time tonight. Around the end, it appears to be Stokes. Around the left side. It'll be another first down for the Tigers as they're starting to get something going here.
First down in the play. First and 10 Rock.
Carries the ball all the way down to the 37-yard line. Be a gain of 11 for the Tigers. I'm going to hand it off to Billy Steckel, and he's going to charge forward for about 4 yards. Take it down to the New Lisbon 34-yard line. Set up 2nd and 7 for the Tigers at New Lisbon's 37-yard line. 34-yard line of New Lisbon. Off tackle carry by Isaiah Stokes. He's going to muscle it down to the 30-yard line. Going to bring up about 3rd and 4 to go.
30-yard line.
3rd and 4 from the 30-yard line of New Lisbon. A big third down play. Hillsboro in 2-down territory here. 4-down territory, rather. 2 downs to go. Let's see if they'll pick it up on this one. Another equipment malfunction on New Lisbon's side. Seems like whenever Hillsboro gets some momentum going, we stop play because of an equipment malfunction. So Hillsboro's going to go around the right side. And they're going all the way down near the 5-yard line, I believe. So Josiah Tyne keeps the ball on the keeper, takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's going to set up. They can still get a first down about 6 inches away. I think that's Billy Steckel rumbling all the way down near.
Yardage inside the 10-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 2 from the 3-yard line.
2nd 2 from the 3-yard line for Hillsboro. Hillsboro knocking on New Lisbon's door, and it must be about time for an equipment malfunction on the Rockets.
Steckel with a short gain.
Well, Steckel gets it down about 6 inches away, 2-yard gain. He's about 6 inches away from a first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and a very, very short 1, or
Cornian in the tackle with Marcus Forsyth.
3rd and about 1.5 for a score. So Hillsboro knocking at the door, a long drive. 6 minutes so far on this Hillsboro drive. They're pushing, touchdown, Hillsboro. So Hillsboro's on the board for the first time this season.
Rockets 20, Tigers 6.
You say who scored? Anybody know who had the ball?
I think Tyne ran behind Billy.
So I think Josiah Tyne pushing in behind fullback Billy Steckel. Hillsboro on the board. Hillsboro now trails by 14. They will be setting up to go for 2 and try to cut this lead to 12. Hillsboro with a sustained 6.5-minute drive to open the 3rd quarter. Looking like the team we all know they could be. Charging up the middle, they're going to say he didn't make it. And they're going to say the 2-point conversion was not good.
2-point conversion no good with 5:41 left in the 3rd quarter. The score remains Rockets 20, Tigers 6.
So Hillsboro trails by 14, trailing 20 to 6.
Friday, Rockets host DeSoto here at 7 o'clock Friday night. Hillsboro Tigers will travel to Cashton for Saturday.
So Hillsboro looking tough on a 6-minute, 20-second drive to open the 3rd quarter. Now if they can have some defense show up, Hillsboro's right back in this ball game.
Broadcast later in the week on Channel 24 in high def for those people that have Leavenworth Valley Telecom. Thanks to Lynx and Leavenworth for all they do to support Rocket New Lisbon High School and New Lisbon School District.
What's more surprising than equipment malfunctions is that the clock is actually stopped and isn't running. So New Lisbon will get set. Their return team. Hillsboro bringing out their kicking team. Back deep for New Lisbon is Tyson O'Brien. And Nikita Schenko.
Jay Cox back deep to receive the kickoff from Billy Steckel.
Billy Steckel getting set to kick off for the Tigers. About the last 8 minutes, Hillsboro's taking it right to New Lisbon. This game is really closer than what the score is right now. And I think Hillsboro just recovered an onside squib kick. Steckel kicked it just beyond the front line, and the New Lisbon defender,
That's who recovered it, I think.
35, a freshman for Hillsboro, Joseph Carnes recovers the ball on the kickoff. So a big play by the freshman defensive lineman.
Is that Carnes that got it? 35?
And they not really, I think it was supposed to be an onside kick. It got past the front line, and the second team ate too much buttered popcorn at halftime, let the ball loose, and Hillsboro is going to try to capitalize on a turnover. Remember, New Lisbon capitalized on Hillsboro's fumbled turnover. So time for Hillsboro to get one back. They're going to set up shop 1st and 10 on New Lisbon's 41-yard line. Called timeout, try to settle their kids down, as they're caught backpedaling. So Hillsboro a chance to make some noise and do some damage here in the third quarter, fighting their way back into this thing. When they come back after the Rocket timeout, it'll be 1st and 10 Hillsboro at the 41-yard line of New Lisbon. So as long as Hillsboro can hang on to the ball and own time of possession here in the second half, I think they'll pull this one out. Keep in mind, 2 of the New Lisbon scores, one on a big 74-yard run and one off a Hillsboro turnover, is the difference in this game. So Hillsboro sets up their offensive shop. Steckel, Stokes, and Schultz in the backfield. And it looks like Stokes with the carry. He's going to power through for about 9 yards.
7 or 8.
Call it 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2
from the 28-yard line. 31-yard line.
From the New Lisbon.
31.
From the New Lisbon 34-yard line. New Lisbon should have practiced before they come out here with their announcers and clock keeper. So carry by, I think, a new back in the game.
Tyler Schneider with the initial contact. Loss of 1 will bring up 3rd and 4 from the 35.
A loss of 1 on the carry. Bring up 3rd and a long 3 at the New Lisbon 35-yard line.
Steckel on the carry, fumbles the ball.
Billy Steckel fumbles the ball on the carry. And New Lisbon recovers. So turnover on Hillsboro on a Steckel fumble.
Fumble recovered by Ashton Pfaff. Rockets take
Ashton Pfaff recovers the ball.
At their own 34-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Rockets on the 34-yard line. So Hillsboro's defense, first time on the field here in the second half, 4.5 left to play in the third quarter. They should be well rested after the long halftime, and they've been sitting here for 6 minutes, 8 minutes. And it looks like Schenkel breaks through again, and he goes for a long run, rumbles for 14 yards.
First down inside Hillsboro territory.
As he rumbles all the way up to the 49-yard line. Hayden Stolke on the tackle for Hillsboro. And he's yet to get up. Now he gets up.
just short of midfield. Rockets have it at the 48-yard line.
And the Mosquitoes are in full force here in New Lisbon tonight. Pfaff going to hand it off to the fullback, who goes up the middle. Hillsboro stops him for a short gain.
Gain of about 4.
It'll bring up 2nd and 6 for New
Ashton
Lisbon.
Beckwith on the tackle for the Tigers. Gain of 4 will bring
On
up
the
2nd and
Hillsboro
6 for the Rockets.
48-yard line.
Tigers 48-yard line.
Handoff up the middle of Schenko. Schenko's going to be
First and
stopped.
for 2 or 3 yards.
Forward progress going to put him about the 45.
Tackle by first contact by Mason Messberg. 3rd and about 4 or 5.
First contact made by
5.
Mason Messenberg.
The 46-yard line.
Third and 4 for New Lisbon. Hillsboro's 46-yard line. And he's met in the backfield. He bounces off. He's going to get a short gain, maybe 2 yards with forward progress. Going to bring up 4th and 2.
We'll call it 4th and about 2 or 3 for the Rockets. We'll call it 4th and 2 from the 44-yard line.
Mason Messenberg with first contact. Held him up for help. They had him stopped at the line of scrimmage. He ended up getting 2 yards. 4th and 2 for New Lisbon. Hillsboro's 44-yard line. Hillsboro with a guy a bit deep. Hillsboro's not buying it. They're looking for, and they're going to get a delay of game here shortly. And there's the delay of game call. Timeout. Rockets called timeout before the delay of game. 1:49 left to play in the second half, or in the third quarter. Rudy Jensen, Chrysler, Dodge, Ford, Jeep. See Rudy Jensen for your next automotive purchase. Wagonson Auction and Real Estate. For all your auction and real estate needs, see Carol Wagonson. Next Home Real Estate, Randy Seeley, your local agent. Stop and see Randy Seeley for any real estate needs. Thank you, Patty Bruja and Suzanne Gandy of the Tiger Fan Club for supporting the Hillsboro Booster Club. Clark Power Sports of Hillsboro for all your UTV, ATV, and trailer needs. Stop down and see Clark Power Sports in Hillsboro. So we break the huddles as the teams come back out on the field after the Rocket timeout. They called timeout to avoid the delay of game. And the Rockets will be, they are going to go for it. They aren't in punt formation any longer. It's 4th and 2 at the Hillsboro 44. The Rockets go for it. They'll get it. And he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He did not get the first down. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Hillsboro's defense makes a big stand here.
Stokes in the tackle.
Isaiah Stokes on the tackle made the initial contact at the line of scrimmage.
44-yard line.
So Hillsboro
43-yard line.
Hillsboro will take over on their own 44-yard line, and it appears that Stokes just has a cramp. You'll have to leave for a play. They'll get a cramp worked out, get him to the sideline, and get some pickle juice in him, and he'll be just as good as new. And he's on his feet, and they'll go give him some pickle juice, and he'll be back in a couple plays. Stokes with the big fourth down play, getting the Hillsboro turnover. And Hillsboro set up shop 1st and 10 at the 43. They're going to give Schenkel a 1-yard gain. But a 1 yard not enough. And so Hillsboro offense will set up the shop, which they've owned the third quarter, now both defensively and offensively. And hopefully they can get moving maybe a little faster. Two more 6-minute drives and two more 2-point conversions, and Hillsboro could come out of this thing a winner. Hillsboro's offensive shop set. Tyne takes a snap. Tyne keeps the ball and is piled up for maybe a 1-yard loss. They're actually going to give him a 1-yard gain, I think.
Forsyth, Carson Welter, Tyler Schneider in the tackle.
So ball out to the 44-yard line. Make it 2nd and 10. They haven't moved the sticks, but they moved the ball. So Tyne under center for Hillsboro. He takes the ball. He'll hand it off up the middle for a very, very short gain.
No gain on the play.
So they're going to call it 3rd and 10. 2 running plays for no gain.
The tackle brings up 3rd and 10 for the Tigers.
And Stokes checks back in, because he's the outside running threat. Half a minute left to play in the third quarter. Hillsboro looking for a big play here. And Hillsboro's going to call timeout with 22 seconds left in the third quarter.
Rockets leading 20-6.
Wagonson Auction and Real Estate for all your real estate and auction needs. See Carol Wagonson. And Next Home Realty, a proud sponsor of Hillsboro Athletics. See Randy Seeley, your local Next Home Realtor. Patty Bruja and Suzanne Gandy, we'd like to thank for being part of the Tiger Fan Club. Thank you for supporting Hillsboro Tiger Booster Club. And Clark Power Sports for all your ATV, UTV, and trailer needs. See Clark Power Sports in downtown Hillsboro. Rudy Jensen, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. See Rudy Jensen for your next vehicle purchase. So both teams come out, 22 seconds left in the third quarter after the Tiger timeout. We'll see what Hillsboro put together, looking for a big play, 3rd and 10 at their own 44-yard line. And I don't know, they've taken 2 timeouts to call plays, and both of them went for negative yardage.
Tyne on the keeper dropped for a big loss. Ian Corningen in the tackle.
Josiah Tyne with another run the wrong direction. Almost 10 yards the wrong direction.
Quarter ends with the Rockets leading 24. It'll be 4th and 14 for the Tigers.
So that'll bring the end of the third quarter. New Lisbon leads 20-6. Hillsboro won the quarter 6-0 and pretty much dominated on both sides of the ball. We'll see what the fourth quarter brings. So we come out to start the fourth quarter. Hillsboro with the ball on their own 41-yard line. Facing a 4th and 14 here to start the fourth quarter. Ty Rafel back to punt for the Tigers.
Rifle back in punt formation. Nikita Schenkel, Lucas Versamak deep for the Rockets.
Versamak deep for the Rockets. One person deep. Rafel should just kick it away from him, see if he can get a roll here. And he kicks it right to him and is fielded on the fly. 2 missed tackles. There's 3. And a huge return all the way back to the Tiger 35-yard line, and a flag for a late hit out of bounds. Going to probably tack 15 more onto that.
Tigers territory at the 42.
And so it's going to put New Lisbon down at about the Tiger 20-yard line.
Personal foul indicated. Late hit out of bounds will be a 15-yard penalty. We'll bring it 1st and 10 Rockets inside the Tigers 30 at the 26. 1st and 10 Rockets at Tigers 26-yard line.
So 1st and 10 at the Tigers 26-yard line. The Rockets will set up their offensive shop. So they have a short field, and the Hillsboro defense needs a big, quick stand here so they can get the ball back. 4 down territory for the Rockets, being this close to the end zone. So Hillsboro's got to get 4 stops, which they have struggled to do in the first half. And here we are in the fourth quarter.
Check fly!
And the flip for the option, a pitch, comes to the right side. Tackle made by Josiah Tyne.
Stalky.
Short gain, maybe 2-yard gain.
Tyne on the tackle. Gain of a couple will bring up.
Going to be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 from the 24.
At the 24-yard line of the Tigers. New Lisbon brings their offense up to the line. Hillsboro looking for their second stop of 4 on this drive. Slipped out to the outside, looking for a hole. Hillsboro had it covered well. Now they head upfield for about a 6-yard gain. Going to bring up 3rd and 2, about the 18-yard line of the Tigers.
Carry.
Maybe 3rd and 3.
3rd and about 4 or 5. We'll call it.
Now they backed up more. He must have stepped out of bounds. 3rd and 4. So Hillsboro with 2 more stops to go to try to get the ball back away from the Rockets. 3rd and 4 at the Tiger 20. Pfaff with the ball. He'll fake it. Comes around the right side and up the middle. Going to be a first down plus some all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Close to the 10-yard line. First down yardage. We'll call it 1st and 10.
New Lisbon with a counter play.
10-yard line at the 11.
Faked left and ran it right, and right down the Tigers' throat for a first down. And it's 1st and 10 about the 11-yard line of the Tigers.
Check fly!
Pfaff with a handoff right up the middle. The power run
Schenkel on the carry.
to about the 7-yard line. A gain of a long 3 yards. We call it 2nd and 6.
On the tackle, along with Ben Koopman.
Ashton Beckwith and Ben Koopman on the tackle.
Will bring up 2nd and 6 or 7.
Again, a power run up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage, and lunges forward for maybe a yard.
Tackled by Tom Koenig.
You give him 2 yards on the carry. Bring him up 3rd and about 3.
3rd and about 3.
From the Tiger 4-yard line. 9 minutes left to go in the game. Hillsboro trailing 20-6. New Lisbon knocking at the door. 3rd and 3. Hillsboro looking for a big goal line stand. And a fake. Tiger dragging a Tiger defender. He's not enough for the first down. Going to bring up 4th and short. They're saying 4th and inches.
Looks like he's just short of the first down. We'll call it 4th and 1 at the 2-yard line.
I mean, the yard marker, the ball marker. Here's home field advantage again. It's right on top of the first down marker. Almost enough to call for a measurement if I was New Lisbon, but they got 4th and 1. I hope Hillsboro will get a stop in the backfield here. Now Coach Brad Beaver is going to call a timeout, milking the clock all it was worth.
7:50 left in the 4th quarter.
So 7:50 left in the 4th quarter. New Lisbon will call a timeout. Coach Brad Beaver watching the clock and taking all the time he could off. As New Lisbon's already playing the clock game. 4th and 1 is the call. It's actually 4th and inches down near the Tiger 1-yard line. If Hillsboro could only pull off a stop here, it would make New Lisbon maybe wish they'd ask for a measurement. So after the Rocket timeout, players come back onto the field. So Hillsboro looking for a big stop, some penetration here. Don't rule out the pass play. If Hillsboro starts penetrating, they could roll out, find a wide open person in the end zone here. Pfaff is going to lunge forward, and he actually gets the touchdown. So Pfaff with about a 1.5 yard run, going to put New Lisbon up 26-6.
45 left in the 4th quarter. Rocket
with 7:45 left, and New Lisbon will set up for a 2-point conversion. Hillsboro with a veteran team making rookie mistakes tonight has set the stage for this 26-6. We'll see if they can get a stop here on the conversion. Pfaff to pass. Pfaff rolling out, launches it to the end zone. It's caught. Is he out of bounds? And the back judge says he's in, so a 2-point conversion is good.
To Dylan O'Brien in the corner of the end zone.
So Pfaff has thrown twice to O'Brien for a total of 4 points. 2 in the first half, 2 now in the 4th quarter. It's 28-6. New Lisbon with 7:45 left to go in the game. Hillsboro, the senior-laden veteran team, making very many rookie mistakes tonight. Be it fumbles, personal fouls, or just poor execution has led to this 28-6 deficit. There has been some shining moments. It hasn't been all bad. So Hillsboro gets set to return the kick. Back deep for the Tigers is Coatman, Ben Coatman, and Nye Schultz. Versamak getting set to kick for the Rockets. And it's a squib kick up the middle. Coatman will field it and bring it up. Coatman at the 30, the 35, and is tackled by a flurry of players. Looks like Coatman got the 36-yard line. So Hillsboro set up shop, 7:40 left to play in the game. At the 36-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Tigers. Hillsboro offense in a tight formation. Tying with the ball, he'll flip it outside, I believe, to Nye Schultz.
Time with a late pitch to Schultz.
Schultz near first down yardage.
Gain of about 5 or so in the play. Bring up.
They're going to say he stepped out of bounds about halfway there.
Line.
Brings the ball up to the 42-yard line, be 2nd and 5. This New Lisbon chain gang leaves a lot to be desired. Half the time you can't even see the yard markers because they're, I don't know if they're visiting with people or what they're doing over there. Tying back to pass, he'll rainbow one down the sideline. It's intercepted. Tying's pass intercepted on the New Lisbon 35-yard line, so New Lisbon will take over on the turnover. 1st and 10 New Lisbon on their own 35.
Rockets take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
You know, sometimes when you're playing the backfield, you just got to cut your losses as a receiver and play defense and knock that ball down. It appeared both players had equal shot at the ball, just the New Lisbon player won the jump ball or got position. The Pfaff will hand the ball off up the middle. He's met at the line of scrimmage.
Pfaff recovers the errant snap. Bad exchange. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Rockets.
Steckel and Stokes in on the tackle. No gain. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Rockets. 7 minutes left to play in the game. Rockets lead 28-6. Pfaff take the ball. He'll hand off to Schenko. Schenko dances around. He's met in the backfield by a bevy of defenders.
Isaiah Stokes on the tackle for a loss of about 2 will bring up 3rd and 12.
Stokes with the tackle for a loss. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Rockets 3rd and 12 at their own 36-yard line.
And as I mentioned in the first half, Hillsboro showing a bit of urgency a little bit too late. It always seems like they have to fall behind by 20 points before they start playing ball. Hopefully and it's not just football, it's any sport that I've watched them play the last few years. They don't come out on the field in the start with a sense of urgency, but they seem to finish strong. We got to get that strong start. Pfaff dumps it off with a screen pass, set up nicely by New Lisbon, and we're going to get a big chunk of real estate as they'll go for a first down.
Screen complete to Chris Hart.
It went for about 18 yards on the game. And
First down on the play, inside Tiger territory at the 49-yard line.
executed well by the Rockets. Hillsboro's got to recognize that if the offensive line's letting you through, something's up. There was nothing but a blue wall in front of the receiver. First and 10 Rockets at the Hillsboro 49-yard line. And the pitch will go and come to the near side. And it's going to go for about a 4-yard gain.
Gain of about 4 on the play.
Going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Rockets on the Hillsboro 44-yard line. 5 minutes left to play as New Lisbon is just milking clock now.
Goes inside.
Try to run this as low as they can.
Quarter.
New Lisbon with a lot of guys in motion. Now they're finally getting set. Broken play. It's finally handed off to Versamack. And Versamack's going to rumble for about 10 yards, maybe 12.
Ty Rafel in the tackle for the Tigers.
All the way down to the Hillsboro 30-yard line. So
First down Rockets.
14-yard gain for the Rockets. As Hillsboro's reeling on defense now. First and 10, 4:15 left to play in the game. New Lisbon will wait until the official gets down. About 2 seconds left. Snap the ball, and Pfaff's going to be. He hands the ball off. Pfaff on his way down handed the ball off. It's going to be a tackle for a loss.
Hand off to Nikita Schenkel. Loss about 2 on the play. Will bring up 2nd and 12.
Tackle for a loss by big number 76. On my program, it says Tom Heenick, who said not today and got him for a 1-yard loss. Well, 2nd and 12 for New Lisbon. Tiger defense with 3 minutes left to go. Trying to get a stop here. Right up the middle. He's going to rumble and be just a bit short.
First down yardage.
Got about a 10 or 11 yard run, but it's going to be short. You're going to bring up 3rd and 1. Down to the Tiger 21. It'll be a pitch and a fumble. The ball on the ground. I think Hillsboro's got it. And Hillsboro will recover the fumble with 2:09 left to play in the game. And a chance to try to end this game on a positive note.
Covered by number 86.
Hillsboro could somehow put 8 more points up on this. We could celebrate. This game's been closer than what the scoreboard shows.
26-yard line. 2:09 left in the 4th quarter. Tigers take over 1st and 10.
Tyne with the ball, going to cut it up the middle. Tyne's going to run for about 8 yards.
Tyne on the keeper. Gain of about 9. Chris Hart on the tackle.
They're going to give him 9 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 1. Less than 2 minutes to play. Clock running. We're not in that urgency game. Hillsboro knows they're beat, but it would be nice to see them put together a show here and end on a positive note. And a flag. Going to stop play. Stop the clock, and it's going to be a penalty on Hillsboro, I'm sure.
Legal procedure, false start indicated.
False start on Hillsboro will be a 5-yard penalty. Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
At about the 30-yard line.
Back to the 30-yard line. Brad Beaver wants them to start the clock after the penalty killed it. He wants to get this game done. And tying at the ball, and he gets hit after about a 3-yard gain, so it's going to set up 4th and 3.
Timeout taken by the Tigers.
Next home real estate agent, Randy Seeley in Hillsboro. For all your real estate needs, see Randy Seeley. Thank you, Patty Bruhan, Suzanne Gandy, for supporting the Hillsboro Tiger Booster Club. For all your ATV, UTV, and trailer needs, see Clark's Power Sport in Hillsboro. Rudy Jensen, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. For your next automotive purchase, see Rudy Jensen in New Lisbon. And Wagonson Auction and Real Estate. For your next auction service or real estate purchase or sale, see Carol Wagonson.
Have you gotten my phone set back? Have you gotten my phone set back?
Today I did. I shouldn't have had it. Should have been PA. Oh well. It was good to have both spots.
Tight on the keeper, short of first down.
So tying with a keeper, gets no gain
4th
on
and
the
about
play.
3.
Going to bring up 4th and 3. With less than a minute play, nothing to lose here. Hillsboro will run the play. Tying on a keeper again, and he's going to cut it up. First down yardage. He gets caught from behind as he was running like a kid chasing the ice cream truck.
First down yardage.
In fact, he might have got run over by the ice cream truck. So the clock will stop for the first down momentarily. Maybe the tying injury. He's hanging on the players to get off the field. Timeout call possibly by Hillsboro. He's not leaving the field, so it's not an injury timeout. Hillsboro called a timeout to bring a trainer out to check things out and check him out and preserve 46 seconds on the clock.
Isaac Allen, better knock it off.
So it appears Tyne's going to stay in the game. And with 46 seconds left to play, Hillsboro set up shop 1st and 10 in New Lisbon territory. Actually, it's on the Hillsboro 46-yard line. Got a ways to go yet. The bright side is Hillsboro's played most of the second half in New Lisbon territory. And
Steckel on the carry. Blake Smith.
a handoff to Steckel for 1 yard.
Blake Smith and Marcus Forsyth on the tackle.
And the officials Johnny on the spot of that, and Tynes
3rd and 10 from the
grounds the
46-yard
ball.
line.
It could have been ruled a fumble because it was awful quick, but How about a halfback pass right now?
Steckel in the carry. Brian Morey in the tackle.
So we had 3 carries for no gain
Fourth down.
so far since the tying ice cream truck run. And it sets up 4th and 10, and Hillsboro will be lucky to get another play off. And they just get it off. Tying back to pass. He launches it down the sideline, and it'll be intercepted again.
Tynes pass intended for
So
Greg,
Tying
picked
just
off
worsened
by
his
Ashton
stats by
Pass.
throwing his second interception of the game. Stack patter for New Lisbon in garbage time. And that'll be the end of the game. New Lisbon 28, Hillsboro 6.
7 o'clock here.
I'd like to invite you to join us next Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock in Cashton, Wisconsin, as Hillsboro will play an afternoon game because Hillsboro doesn't have a field and Cashton has no lights. So we will see you next Saturday afternoon, September 28th, for the football game at Cashton. Hillsboro Tigers Booster Club is having a fundraiser next Saturday evening at the Rockton Bar in Rockton, Wisconsin. If anybody is in need of a ticket, Zarek or a host of other Tiger Booster Club members, and they can maybe get you a ticket. Tickets are selling fast. They're $100 a piece. It admits 2 people. You get 2 steak dinners with all the fixings and beverages of choice. I just took my wife out to eat the other night. 2 steak dinners and a couple beverages were $100. So guaranteed to get your money's worth. You're also entered into a drawing to win $10,000 cash. Second place, $2,000. Third place, $1,000. Fourth and fifth place, $500. And a host of $100 winners, giving away a total of $15,000. So if you're interested in a ticket, please see a Booster Club member before next Saturday. So for Jill Steckel, my tech person, Kelly Ravenscroft, my camera person, and my